divorce, Ben Affleck is real.
Okay, we're not doing that.
No, estaban cerrados.
Thank you so much, guys.
You know better than that.
Welcome back to another exciting episode where I dive deep into the psychic world and uncover the truths behind the headlines. Today, I'm talking about one of Hollywood's hottest couples, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. It seems like every year, the rumor mill starts churning out whispers of a breakup, but this time, it's different. This time, Jen might have a real reason to serve up those divorce papers. But is she aware of what's really going on, or has she, like many women, been ghosted without explanation? Wouldn't you love to know what's really happening behind the closed mansion doors of Jen and Ben? Well, stick around because I'm about to reveal the juicy details about their relationship and what the future holds for them, together or apart. But before I dig into today's revelations, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss an update. Let's talk about the latest on Ben and Jen's high-profile split. According to Entertainment Tonight, insiders say Ben feels Jen has a hard time being satisfied, which is causing some friction. Ben's one of the few people who can be brutally honest with Jen, and while she loves that about him, it also upsets her. The source added that Jen pretends not to care about public opinion, but she really values her fans' feedback. They're dealing with normal relationship issues and nothing scandalous is happening, the source said. This comes amid reports of trouble, with Ben recently spotted without his wedding ring at his daughter's recital. Meanwhile, JLo was seen wearing hers, making their first public appearance together in over a month. Ace Showbiz reports that Ben, at 51, is swamped with projects from his and Matt Damon's production company, while his 54-year-old wife Jen is bouncing back from a failed album and canceled tour dates. They're both under immense pressure from their high-stakes careers, leading to increased tension and more time apart. What's the real truth? Here's what I see. When I do psychic readings, especially for relationships, I use my unique life path technique to uncover what's really happening beneath the surface and where the relationship is likely headed. Now, sources close to Ben claim that Jen is never satisfied. To me, that sounds like gaslighting. Jen's career is built on perfecting and evolving her talent. Criticizing her for striving for excellence is unfair. The real issue started when Ben pushed Jen back into her musical career. Performing live and creating albums isn't on Jen's life path right now, surprisingly enough. She's meant to focus on content creation, movies, shorts, and new forms of musical productions, not traditional ones. This is where she'll be most successful. Pushing her away from acting and content creation was a big mistake for Ben. This misstep led to disaster for Jen. For Ben to claim that Jen is never satisfied after steering her in the wrong career direction is a deal breaker. But Jen also had a choice and made the wrong one by bending to her husband's will instead of following her own intuition. Ben, who is very secretive about his own projects, doesn't integrate Jen into his business. It's odd for him to direct her career yet exclude her from his own projects. The secrecy and competitiveness is damaging their relationship. I empathize with her frustration, but there are bigger problems she might not be aware of. First, there's Ben's drinking problem, which I mentioned in my last two videos. But there's something even more troubling. It's known that Ben has a history of sex addiction. Although he's remained monogamous since their marriage, that recently changed. Yes, Ben has slept with at least one other woman. I see a beautiful blonde, plus there's a shorter, darker-skinned woman, and possibly a third. Ben's been on a bender with his drinking, and he's slipped and fallen straight into the vaginas of several women. But does Jen know? I think she's in the dark about the sex part and is struggling with why Ben is emotionally distant, using his career as an excuse and blaming her. The good news is I don't see divorce papers being signed in the short term. And even if this were to happen, the two have a huge karmic connection that will keep them tied together until death do us part. However, Jen might be the first to take off her wedding ring, metaphorically speaking. Despite attempts to reconcile, they could continue this on and off separation over the next 2 years. Jen is entering an independent phase, and rumors of her having an affair might surface within a year. If that happens, remember, Ben was first. And strangely enough, the jealousy that propelled Ben to marry Jen is what might actually bring them back together again. But their up and down relationship won't completely end until Ben's health problems become so severe that he might find himself at the pearly gates in just a few short years. Check out my original prediction video for more details on timeframes. So that's it for now. There's definitely more drama ahead for this Hollywood power couple, but I don't think it's over just yet. As I mentioned, Jen is more likely to take off her wedding ring, even if only temporarily, but Ben seems determined to stay married to her until the bitter end. So stay tuned for more exclusive psychic insights right here on Futurekron, where I uncover the hidden truths and future paths of your favorite celebs. What do you think about JLo and Ben's relationship? Do you think it will last? Post your comments and requests below, and thank you so much for listening.